All right, so I have made this video now for the third time because I keep messing up. I got through. I felt like I did a great job, then found out that my Logic audio wasn't coming through. So hopefully this is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna try and keep it under 10 minutes here, but all I'm gonna go over is vocal chains. I'm gonna go over my own vocal chain here, what I tend to use for almost every single one of my vocals. So let's dig right into it here. Logic has become my go-to. I used to go to Pro Tools, used to be a Pro Tools fanboy, but now it's all Logic for me. Things are so much easier. Apple just tends to make things a little bit more intuitive for us. So we spend a lot less time digging for settings, and it's kind of just right there how we think it should happen. So anyways, there's two real good ways to do vocal chains. You can obviously just do um, a single audio track and then put all the processing on that one audio track. However, that's not how I do mine. As you can see, I have a track stack turned into a summoning track, so everything in these two tracks here gets summed into one into this stereo bus send basically right here over bus one. I think it does. Yeah, bus one. So you can see the output of these audio tracks are going to bus one, and then the input of this aux send here, or this aux is a bus one and stereo output. The easier way to do that is just click on everything that you want to put into a track stack. These are already in a stack, so it's not going to probably let me do it, but I'm going to try here anyways. You right click it and then click create track stack. If you flatten it here, it'll take them out of the stack. But you click create track stack, it's going to ask you to make a summoning track or to do a folder. A summoning track basically means that everything gets sent to a aux send basically, where you can add EQs and all that fun stuff. A folder track doesn't do that, as well as you can adjust the overall volume of the BGVs as a whole, etc., etc. So for choirs, it's really nice. For lead vocals, it's kind of nice because you can just kind of punch in wherever you want to. However, this video is about vocal chains, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig right in here for you. This is all stuff that I've just learned to do it over the years. A couple of YouTube videos here and there. There's like 1,000 YouTube videos on this topic, but everyone has their own little take here. So I'm gonna go ahead and bypass all of my processing here and just let you have a listen. It's a little pitchy, but what have you. You paid it all, my receipt was long. You gave your all so I could sing the song. My debt erased, you're my saving grace for all my days. You pay. So this might not be the right way to do it, but I actually put my waves tune way after I do some EQ and a lot of my compression and whatnot, because I like my vocal. My thought process is my vocal's already smoother. It'd be easier for it to pitch correct later on. So that's just my thought process, and it seems to work out really well. It seems to make the tuning a little bit smoother, in my opinion. So first things first, I didn't record these vocals in a treated room. I actually recorded them in a room we had at the church. There's no room treatment or nothing there. So I use this Clarity VX Reverb Pro here just to kind of get rid of some of that extra noise we got going on. And this is kind of what it sounds like now. You paid it all, my receipt was long. You gave your all so I could sing the song. My day. So if you're listening with headphones, you can kind of hear how the space, it kind of tightened up the vocal a little bit, kind of made it more mono in front of us instead of having a little bit of that room reverb. It's really, honestly, not that noticeable, but it makes an effect over the entire mix. Then I'm going ahead and doing some heavy compression here, usually around negative 10 dB. With RVox, great plugin. I love the Waves plugins. And then I'm doing a little bit of a multi-band compressor here with the F6 RTA, just because you can be a little bit more picky and fine-tune how you want your compressor to react. So I do these, just kind of smoothing out and do some heavy compression up front. You paid it all, my receipt was long. You gave your all so I could sing the song. My day. So as you might notice, that's getting very, very SC really quick. So this little Sibilance Live plugin here, absolutely one of the best de-essers. It's not the live version, obviously, because we're not doing live music here, but you can use the live version for live audio if you want to, if you're running Waves live. Love it. I love Waves. Obviously, this is my first video. I'm not sponsored by them, but if they want to, I mean, heck, I wouldn't be upset with a blow up on my YouTube channel out of nowhere. But getting sponsored by Waves, that'd be so cool. I've loved their plugins since day one. I have their Waves Ultimate subscription. Thousands of plugins for $35. I mean, you can't beat it. Go ahead and look at all these jokers right here. Oops. I mean, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that for $35 a month. Anyways, get back to the video here. I run Waves Tune because it's free and I don't feel like paying for Antares. Trying to save some money. You know, music is an expensive hobby, you know. So I use this pretty well. If y'all want to make me have me make a video on how to use this plugin, I will gladly do that. I'll tell you what I know. I'm by no means a master at it, but I love it. Anyways, so with all of that on there, with the sibilants, the Waves Tune, and some heavy compression up front, I do compress it again a little bit heavily because I like my vocals very compressed. But this is where we're at now. You pay it all, my receipt was long. You gave your role so I could sing the song. My debt erased, you're my saving grace for all my days. So where we got it now is kind of like in a really good, like almost like a studio recording. Got no background noise, a little bit clicks and pops here, but really it's not gonna be heard in the mix. And it's pretty good. So now I'm gonna compress it again, just because I didn't have the best take when I took it. I could have done better. I could have used a treated room, what have you. But so I compress it pretty heavily again. I love this Frank Oshel preset. It's really not that complicated. It's an attack of around 4.5 milliseconds, and a pretty heavy, pretty long release at 7. And then just fine tuning your input and output. I'm shooting really for an average of 3, but sometimes -10 dB of compression again. Like I said, I like my vocals heavily compressed here, so we're doing that. And then I'm also going to take the high end of my vocal and kind of crisp it out, but also compress the living snot out of it because my S's are so harsh, and I have a big pet peeve for it. And then also taking out some boominess here at the 250 hertz, just to kind of make my vocal very paper thin. I kind of wanted like a paper thin sound for this song, and I'll let you hear it in the context of the whole mix. And so this is where we're at now. You pay it all, my receipt was long. You gave your role so I could sing the song. My day. Alright, so that's where we're at now. It's a little bit paper thin. Add a little bit of saturation here with the Abbey Road Saturator. And then, you go a long way using some reverb and some delay. You pay it all, my receipt was long. You gave your role so I could sing the song. My debt erased, you're my saving grace for all my days. So you can hear there, I turn the saturator on and off with the reverb off as well. And you can hear it makes a huge difference. You cannot skimp out on saturation when it comes to vocals. Don't overdo it, don't underdo it, but get it to sit just right, kind of smooths and clears out vocals. And it's just, man, I love it. I absolutely love the Whiskey vocal preset with the on the Abbey Road Saturator. So definitely worth it. And as you can see, all these plugins are in stereo because it's in a summoning track, even though it's a mono signal going to it. Then there's one little tip I like to throw in here for you. Obviously, your reverb and your delays. I am a huge fan of, where is it? The Valhalla Vintage Reverb. Do not skip out on not getting this. I mean, Waves doesn't even compare when it comes to this plugin right here. I use it for everything. Drums, obviously vocals, for sound effects, for sampling things, instruments, what have you. It is a industry standard plugin for like, I think it's like $30, $35, I think. It's something around there. And it is a great plugin. Everything's super intuitive. Man, I will go to the end of the earth saying that this is the best reverb plugin in existence. And then obviously the super taps, I think, is what I use for my delay here. Where's it at? Yep. My super taps. I love this plugin. I take the direct out and just let it be delay and whatnot. And you just mix those in. But one little trick that a lot of people don't know about is if you send your main vocal, again, to another bus and call it the widener. They obviously have plugins for this, but a little trick is just to pitch it up by 14 cents. And then you can format it if you want to make up for it, or you don't have to. And then send those into your reverb and delay as well. And it just kind of widens out your vocal a little bit. It makes it sound a little bit more robotic if that's what you're looking for. So I'll overdo it here. I turn it all the way up so you can hear that. You pay it all, my receipt was long. You gave your role so I could sing the song. My debt erased, you're my saving grace for all my days. So as you can see there, it kind of widens the vocal up a little bit and kind of adds like this airy robotic sound. I personally like it. It's very poppy sound. And with the reverb and delay, it just sounds great. Anyways, I promise you I'll let you hear it in the context of the whole mix. That way you don't think I'm crazy. Maybe I am crazy and I am just bad at music and I think I'm good. So what have you. Here you go.
You paid it all, my receipt was long. You gave your role so I could sing the song. My debt erased, you're my saving grace for all my days. Put my mind on you, fill my heart with truth. Make my eyes see you in everything that I do. Every breath I breathe, every part of me. You are everything, everything that I need. Praise the Father, praise the healer, praise the Savior, sing praise, praise. Paid it all, my receipt was long. You gave your all so I could sing this song. You paid it all again.
And there you have it, guys. That's how I do my vocal chains. If you have any questions, anything you'd like me to dig back into, what have you. Aside from that, please like and subscribe. You can make my dream here coming true. I love making music. I love to do it for a living. And just, go ahead and click the link in the bio if you want to check anything else out of mine. And y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all.